Hello everyone, this is Jay Kishan Parmar, equity analyst at Angel Broking. Today I would like to share details on the upcoming IPO UTI Asset Management Company. So let's have the details of the IPO. The issue will open for subscription on 29 September and closes on 1st October. The issue size is 2,160 crore and the market cap at upper end price band is 7,024 crore. The objective of the IPO is the existing investor are selling their part of the stake. SBI, LIC and Bank of Baroda each owns 18.24% stake. According to SEBI norms, any institution who holds AMC stake cannot have more than 10% stake in another AMC. To meet this regulatory requirement, SBI, LIC and Bank of Baroda is selling 8.24% of their stake. Punjab National Bank and T. Rowe International is also selling 3% each through this IPO. So total 30.75% equity is being offered through this IPO. And we have given subscribe rating for this IPO. So let's understand why we have given subscribe rating, their business model and the positives. UTI quarterly asset under management is 1,33,600 crore as of June. It is the 8th largest asset management company in India in mutual fund industry. His AUM, 32% of the AUM comprised of equity, 23% comprised of debt and remaining liquid and ETF. So now let's understand how AMC earns its revenue. Whenever any investor invests in mutual fund, AMC charge you asset management fees. That is their revenue. And this asset management fees are well defined by the SEBI. So now let's look at the positive of the company. We believe that revenue of the mutual fund industry itself will grow at a healthy rate, considering lower penetration of mutual fund in India. If we compare one parameter, Indian mutual fund industry AUM to GDP is 11% in FY20 compared to global average is more than 50%, which clearly shows that there is a huge scope for mutual fund industry AUM to grow at healthy rate for a longer period of time. And we also believe that there is a potential and possibility of EBITDA margin to improve from current 36% because 24% of the UTI AMC AUM comes from B30 cities compared to industry average 15%. What is B30? B30 is a tier 2, tier 3 cities inflow where SEBI has allowed to charge additional 30 bips on inflow coming from B30 city, which means higher yield on that inflow which help to improve EBITDA margin. We also believe that operating leverage will play out. In simple term, when AUM grows, their fixed income employee expense will not grow at same speed, which will help them to grow their EBITDA margin. Third point, asset management company are the asset light business model. They do not have to reinvest their capital to do new business. In simple term, to run regular business, they do not have to do heavy capex, which means at the end of the year, they left with strong cash flow. Historically, they have paid out 20% of their profitability as a dividend. However, recently, they have approved a board policy where they have decided they will distribute 50% or more of their profitability as a dividend, which will help them to improve ROE and return for existing investor also. And you can expect in future also healthy and strong dividend. Now let's quickly look at the financials of UTI AMC. It has reported EBITDA margin of more than 35% for FY20 and which has scope for improvement as AUM grows. Average ROE for last 3 years is 13.5%, which is expected to grow from current financial year considering board has approved higher dividend payout policy. It has cash rich balance sheet. Approx balance sheet size is 3,000 crore and out of 3,000 crore, 2,500 crores worth of they have investment and cash. Now we will have look at the valuation. At upper end price, the UTI AMC demanding the valuation of 25 times of FY20 earnings. As a percentage to AUM, it demands 5.2 32%, whereas listed peers HDFC AMC trades at 35 times. Nippon AMC trades at 37 times of FY20 earning. As a percentage of AUM, HDFC AMC trades at 12.5%, whereas Nippon trades at 8.5%. On both the parameters, UTI AMC is available at attractive valuation. Hence, considering the attractive valuation, lower penetration of mutual fund in India, healthy balance sheet and strong dividend payout policy, hence we have given subscribe rating for this IPO.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.